Okay, good morning. Well, I'm up and about before all the programmed people get up. Yeah, my video got taken down for inappropriate content. There's nothing inappropriate in there. I'm just talking about people staying at home, don't bother going protesting, protect the NHS, save lives, stay alert, and all the rest of the looks. And also what we're saying was about the indoctrination of children between from 1965 onwards, with the dawning of the tell lies in vision. Like I said, my life was great. We used to go to school, we used to sing prayers and sing hymns every morning, and everything was wonderful. And then all of a sudden the government decided that our young innocent minds need corrupting. So what could they do? Let's introduce sex education to these minors. Let's see what they think about that. And then on the television, like I said, after I went home from school, I had to watch Rainbow, littered with sexual innuendos throughout each and every programme. And then on the TV there was the Tomorrow People and Bagpuss. Now Bagpuss, some of my subscribers may know, it's a very old animated cartoon where there's a big fat cat, a woodpecker, and the mice. Now looking back, it's clearly that was programming as well. The mice were humans who used to do silly, pointless, menial tasks. Sound familiar? And I thought it was Professor Yackle, but it's not. Anyway, it's the woodpecker. He used to mock them and make fun of them and ridicule them for their pointless existence. I think you know where I'm coming from. And another interesting thing as well was some of the comedy shows on when I was a kid, which were racist beyond belief. Now at the time, as a child, when your parents were watching Alf Garnett or Rising Damp, both programmes were littered with pure out and out racism. But at the time, as a child, how are you supposed to know that at 7, 8 years of age? And also when you hear your parents laughing at the TV at these programmes, which are racist, what do you think that does to a young mind? I mean, come on. How is a 7 or 8 year old supposed to know that Alf Garnett apparently was a satirical character who was being exposed as a racist, according to the BBC? Just anything the BBC says, well, you deserve what you get. So you kind of like get brought up in a mindset that it's okay to laugh at someone who makes jokes about certain people. Well, it never was, and it never is. But it was okay for the BBC to charge my parents £100 a year to programme their own kids. And you couldn't make this shit up. So yeah, I truly believe the children of the 60s, with the dawn of the television and the tell lies vision and the programming, we were the first minors to be corrupted by this system. Yeah. And then right when I was a kid, I've got to be careful what words you use. I'm sure these algorithms are picking up, because I don't know how they could take my video down for inappropriate comment. I've got no idea. So if What was I saying then? Yeah, they've just programmed us to think it's acceptable for all kinds of things. Well, it isn't. Yes, and being homosexual in the 60s, 70s, you can get prosecuted for it. 80s, 90s. Some of our most famous, lauded people in history. I think it was someone invented the code machine or something, Turing, or something like that. He was homosexual or gay, and he was persecuted for that. And then 30 years down the line, they say you're not allowed to say anything about, you know. So they just, all they're doing is effing with their minds. Left, right and centre, year in, year out, decade in, decade out. You can do this, you can't do this, you can do that, you can't do that. None of it makes any sense. It's all designed just to make you turn your cognitive dissonance into jelly. They might have worked on a majority, but it don't work on everybody. But it just disgusts me. And what's going on with this easing of lockdown? You have to wear a mask on a bus, but you don't have to wear a mask in a shop. You have to stand 6 feet apart in a shop, but it's impossible to stand 6 feet apart on a bus because you'd be hanging out the window or hanging on the outside of the bus. Spend, 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 he says. Honestly, if anybody trusts anything that's on that square box in your lounge, I feel sorry for you. And don't forget, they've been controlling us all our lives to give you every argument to argue, to give you every debate, to give you the people to argue with. And it's just a waste of time. They've got an agenda and that's it. You might think, oh yeah, but you know, I can ring up question time and have a right go. Well, great. What's it going to do? Nothing. All it does is wind you up. Also, I suggested on my banned video that just choose a night this week, let's get together, and I want everybody at a certain time on a certain night this week to grab the television and your Wi-Fi box and smash it to pieces. I know you won't, I know a lot of people ain't going to do that, I know that, but it'll make your life so much better. And on this TV, put the Wi-Fi box, get every smart bulb out of your house, every smart meter, every smart household item, and put it on there. Make a big bonfire. Because you're all smart enough. And this smart thing in my flat is me. That's it. That's it, me. So yeah, my video got banned for something about talking like this. Unbelievable. Well, I'm beyond caring anymore. And if Boris thinks that I'm gonna crack on as if everything's normal again, you've got to be kidding. No chance. I'm still doing what I did from March the 14th, pretty much. And that's self-isolating, apart from essential journeys, like going to the shop, which is exactly what I'm doing now. Exactly what I'm doing now. I advise anybody who's going out today and thinking about spending thousands of pounds on complete shite, do yourselves a favour, buy as much rice, pasta, spices, tins, loads of chocolate, sugar, syrup, maple syrup, because all these things you're going to miss. Imagine not having anything sweet for a month. Oh. Yeah? And your neighbour offered you a small bag of golden syrup. You would share that. if you weren't selfish. It's all these small things. Anyone going out and buying clothes to make themselves feel great when they look in the mirror? That's where we've all gone wrong. But there'll be millions of people out there who live in large houses. Look at this guy here, look, he's probably going to get the builders in this weekend. You see them bags there? I would fill them with soil and put potatoes in them. That's what I would do. Hey? Honestly. Yeah. Start doing something for yourself. Learn something. Educate yourself. Read. And I'm not just saying that just because I'm drawing or painting or whatever. I'm reading. I do everything. Try and do something every day. Just achieve something. Whether it be a new chord on your guitar, or you learn to draw a nose, or paint a flower, or do a few push-ups. I try and exercise regularly, but I don't beat myself up if I miss it one day. No. I'm just cool about it. You know? Because life at the moment is very precious. Very precious. And life's never going to be the same again. If anybody thinks that I'm going to join in all this 6 feet apart, absolute tosh. I'm not. I'm just going to go shopping early in the morning before everybody else and go home. I'm not going to stand 6 feet apart, standing at a B&Q for an hour and a half outside, just to go in and be told to hurry up and don't stand 6 feet apart. Here's an example. I was in this shop what I'm going to a couple of days ago, and I leaned down to grab a newspaper, and this big fat oaf, 6'7" bald head, said, "Oi, 6 foot." Bear in mind he stood stationary. And he's not got a mask on. Well, I had a mask on. So I said, "Where's your mask?" And he just looked at me. Not only that, but he was stood in the wrong place for the queues for the till. He was actually stood at the beginning of an aisle. But he didn't have a clue. But it's given people a sense of worth. Because now they can say 6 feet apart. Even if they're stood in the wrong place. The world's gone bonkers. The world's gone bonkers. And if anyone walks towards me now, they start walking away. Or hiding. Or, you know, just sneaking past. Just in case you might fucking catch something. Do I want to live in this place? No. Take me now. Absolute crap.